So, at the end of my brief introduction training of CM Studio.DMS server, we are coming again to the start screen, which we showed at the beginning of our live presentation. So, what I want to show you now is the result and how you can find documents with the functionalities of CM Studio.DMS server. And we are coming back to the front-end interface with a search mask. And in principle, you see that this is shown what we defined in the back-end, in the administration interface in the past 30 up to 40 minutes. So that means we have three different kinds of research options. The first is the classical, I would say, paper-like view that we can open our filing cabinet, that we can open the folders within, and if we click, for example, on invoices sent to customers, then in the right part of the table, the results, that means the stored and archived documents, will be shown. And of course, what you can do is that you from here can click onto a document and that it will appear in a preview window so that you can take a look at the PDF document. At the time, it will be on-fly encrypted. You see this is an invoice, and of course what I can do from here is I can edit it, I can work on it, I can save it to my disk, I can print it or send it by email to a corresponding partner. So we can close this window again. This is the classical view and in principle the classical procedure. In the same way I have worked over 10 and more years with my paper-based archive and with paper-based functionalities. But we are using a modern database application. So, of course, we might have some different opportunities and options how we can retrieve documents. And therefore, we have two alternative ways. We can search within the archive using the classic feature and the classic search mask, which we have defined during the setup before. And in the second step, we will show that we have an advanced search mask where we can set up individual search profiles, which we can store and use later on by repeating the profiles. But let's start with the search engine, where you will see it is in principle very easy. You have here, and we prepared a little bit for the presentation this, we have here, if we scroll up a little bit, we can see this is the search mask with document date, document in date, document out date, as we defined it within the back-end administration interface half an hour ago. So, but here we can also search for full text items. That means if we are using an OCR process with Omnipage or either with Abby Fine Reader, then we can also search for full text index content from the documents. And let's do it in this way, that we are typing in here RICO simply as search criteria. And if we start the research, then we will see there will come up several documents in the right. So that means it's not necessary for me to know where those documents are stored in which folder. I can search via the full text research directly from the database. And of course I can filter this by saying, for example, the document date here should be typed in, for example, 2012 January, that means 01, and the 25th up to 2012 1st March, so that we can pre-select documents by mentioning more than one search criteria. Let's click on search button and we will see if this will limit the number of documents. Oh, we have seen there is no document in. So this is rather then of course also possible. So the last option, instead of the filing cabinet, the standard research, is the advanced search screen. And here, for example, we can set up an individual search profile, and I have already prepared a model that I said I'm searching for the search key cyberlink, which is containing within the document, and I'm doing this with a Boolean search that I say all my documents which I want to find include cyberlink, include travel, and expense. And if we have just defined such a search criteria, we can at the bottom click on the search button, and it will give us 3 documents as results. That means at the end we have all options to search in a comfortable and fast way to find also documents from our DMS server database. And let's go back to the filing cabinet at the end of our live presentation. From customer surveys, especially for smaller customers, for mid-sized companies, we got as a major feedback that the feature of the filing cabinet is, by the major number of our customers, still used as the #1 criteria how to search documents.